Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while. Welcome back to Primo Calcio or CalcioFC. I am Michael here with Anthony, and as always, I'll start with a how are you doing? How's it
Oh
going?
man, I'm it's that time of year. It's the best time of year.
It is. It's a
The
spicy time of year. It's a fun
yeah,
time of
time to
year.
wrap up Calcio.
Yeah.
What a great season.
So did the league end the way you thought it would end?
No, it ended better than I thought it would end because I wanted Juve to fail to make the Champions League, so we had to force a rebuild. So we did, but I thought we'd at least finish top four. I thought the league was bad enough to whereas if Tudor could have got us in the top four, Spalletti surely would, especially with the way he started. But even at the beginning of the year, I thought we could have just muscled our way into a top four. But we did worse than I even thought we would do.
Yeah,
I
I
had
was I
very
was
low
pretty surprised
expectations.
that Juve was
Yeah.
was that low. I mean, even with Tudor, I thought they would like at least battle for top four.
Yeah.
And then with Spalletti's, he kind of came out of the gate. I think there's just like the new manager bounce, and I mean, yes, he's better than Tudor, but I think it kind of showed that one, the team is just straight up not good, and Spalletti's not that good of a manager to take a bad team to a better place.
Yeah, I don't think, and I think we'll get into it a little bit later. But a lot of Juve fans keep saying like, "Oh man, if Allegri had these players or whatever." I'm like, these players are freaking worse, dude. These players
Yeah,
are worse
no,
than
these
what we
players are
used to
bad.
have. This is a terrible team. And
The
yeah, I know
nice
everyone was
thing,
excited for these people because everyone on X 2 years ago was psyched about our transfers. They loved the new Juve, and this is your new Juve, guys. So
yeah, this is a
I
new
hope you're
Juve
happy.
with a new logo that has zero history to it. It's just literally a J. Enjoy that. Yep, it's
Yep.
great. I mean, the
It's,
old
it's,
Juve
it's,
logo was sweet. Okay,
yeah, I loved it. Yeah,
totally
I don't
sweet
know.
logo. It's a
That
nice
changed a
crest.
while ago, but yeah,
Still though,
it's been
it's a sign of the times.
it is. It's absolutely a sign of the times.
But I think the one good thing about it is we're gonna have a lot to discuss in a separate cast. Probably we'll go over Milan, we'll go over Juve because both of our teams were total dumpsters, and they've got a lot to rebuild, a lot to discuss of what happened in the season, what went wrong, who we'd keep. So there's a lot of good stuff to talk about. So hey, at least there's more stuff to discuss. But yeah, both teams did poorly, and I mean, me personally, I was super happy with the way that it turned out. I honestly just wanted Milan to get relegated because this is not a Milan team. It's the
Mhm.
most foreign Milan team ever, besides Bartasaghi and Gabbia. I mean,
Gabby, yeah.
Ricci doesn't even play
Rich doesn't
anymore.
play. Yeah.
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 So I mean, it's pretty wild, and Gabi is always seen as replaceable. You can see everybody who talks about it's like, oh, we got to upgrade this. Like he's been your best defender for two
He's
straight
your best
years.
defender.
You should be buying somebody to play next to him, not to upgrade.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I was
What do we
glad. I
what
was
do we
glad that
know?
I passed him up.
We've been pretty spot on with this.
Yeah. The only thing that I wish was different is I wish that Napoli challenged harder. They did have a ton of injuries. I did think it would have been a different season
Yeah.
without it, but
Yeah.
they didn't challenge hard as I thought they would. De Bruyne was out for a while. McTominay was great. Lots and lots of injuries, and Bongiorno did not have the season that I hoped he would have because his last year before his injury he was the best defender in Serie A.
Yeah,
So
he was outstanding, and then yeah, he's stunk it up this year. I think we talked about it a few times. He looked slow, and maybe we'll break it down team by team in a moment here. But
yeah,
he definitely looked slow. Yeah,
yeah. No, I think we can do like some like a good overview of each of the big teams, and then
yeah,
we won't go in depth with Milan and Juve. We'll save that for a different time, but let's kind of go over that. So Inter. 87 points. That's not a ton of points. I mean, leagues have been one with more. That's pretty classic. I mean, 87 points is not a ton. More than Napoli was the other year, 82. 94 for Inter the year prior to that. So I mean,
yeah.
it's a decent tally, but it's you can compete with that.
Well, they were
Napoli
the most
76.
consistent in a very poor league, so
That's exactly right.
yeah, good for
Yep.
them. I mean, they did well. I think Kiva did an excellent job.
Yeah, I mean, Lautaro is massively important for them because they were a much different team when he was playing versus when he wasn't, and he barely, he did not play that many games. He was injured a lot. I think that drastically changed their Champions League fortunes when he wasn't playing. He's definitely the leader of that team. But Marco had a very good year, not for the Nazionale, of course, but for Inter, yes.
Yeah.
But he got the most assists, 16 assists. Second place was 9.
Wow.
Check that out.
Zero? Are you speaking German?
What's that?
0 assists. Second place was 9.
No, 9. Oh, yeah, oh my God, it's so cheesy. Jesus Christ, I didn't. That's so bad. But so bad is good. Okay, I'll give it to you.
Well,
You got me. I thought
as
you were
for
being
our German
serious. Yeah,
viewers, yeah.
yeah. I thought you couldn't see it on the screen or something was too small. I see you
Well,
got the most
I know
yellow
that
cards.
game.
Hey, that's our boy. Look at that, Pongracic.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
that guy
That's terrible.
sucks.
He does. And
That guy
Fiorentina
is
they
so
just can't
bad.
figure it out.
Yeah,
Who had the most
yeah,
reds?
these guys don't know. They're all so dumb.
There's nothing there. Nothing in that. No, so I mean, Inter, I said they should have won Serie A. Once they got kicked out of Champions League, it was theirs to lose. Now, if they were in
Yeah,
Champions League deeper, yeah, it may have been an issue for them. They may have struggled more, but
yeah.
they
They
didn't.
when they get in deep, they get in issues.
Yeah, dude, especially Bastoni. Um,
It's best for them to pull out.
yeah, right. I mean, and they did, and they did.
They did. They did. See, and then
Napoli,
they won.
Napoli. I mean, I don't know. They just didn't have it. I feel like there was a bit of dissonance. I thought that the transfers were pretty good before the season started, but then it just didn't, with the injuries and whatnot, this didn't look like they had a very cohesive team. And they really, when they didn't have their like high flying wingers, who's the Brazilian guy who's been very
Neres.
good in Neres, when they didn't have him in, I mean, it was a lot different. And they got the other Brazilian, was it Alexis Santos guy in later, and
Yeah,
he's been very good, but they didn't have him from the start, and
yeah.
it's just changed the game for them. McTominay
Oh
is a
yeah.
beast. He was in the whole time. He was always awesome, coming up with some big goals here and there, but it just wasn't enough.
I
I
mean, I
mean,
think for a large part of the season, it was Bukama and Jesus as their center back pairing, which is terrifying.
yeah, man.
That's much worse than Rachmani and
And
Buongiorno from the year
Bodora,
prior.
yeah,
Yeah, that they really got beat up on injuries, and I appreciated that Antonio Conte didn't want to make excuses for it. But I mean, he did a good
right,
job
but
of
it's
making
true.
of saying it all year long. But at
Yeah,
the end of the year, he said there's no excuse. But no, I mean, it's that team was
yeah. They
absolutely
didn't
decimated.
have the depth. One thing that I'll
No.
give Conte flack about is I don't think he managed the youth very well. I thought that
He usually
Marianucci.
does too. Yeah,
Yeah, he usually does, and Marianucci was just totally crapped on. He had that one bad game, and he
yeah,
did what most other crappy managers do. They just benched him into eternity.
yep,
I was like,
yeah.
damn,
For
that's exactly
Jesus,
what I thought he wouldn't do.
yeah,
You
for
know,
Jesus and Bukama
right?
stunk.
For terrible
And
players.
that goalie stunk. I don't think he was very good at all. I know fans still they hate Moret so
I
much.
am right
I
with
mean,
you. I think Milinkovic Savic was terrible for Napoli.
he was
He had a
terrible.
couple decent games, and he should be on like a team challenging for like Europa League. I think he'd do great there, and he'd probably do better than that. But he just didn't have it, man. I don't know. I know some
He
people thought he was good. I think he was bad.
People like him because he passes the eye test for the average fan. He's huge. He has interesting facial hair, and he can make big saves because he's so big. But they don't care about
Yeah.
any of the stinkers he lets in.
Oh yeah, there was so many times where like a goal was scored within about 2 or 3 feet from him, and he
Yeah,
just kind of puts his hands up because he decided to not try because maybe he couldn't see it or just wasn't aware. I was like, man, those are those moments right there that change your entire season. You stop a
yeah.
goal like that, you now either tied or won that game just off that one goal. And I thought he was bad. Like I actually thought he was
No, he was.
bad,
No,
but
he was bad. He's not a gamer. Like I don't really care. Athleticism is something that I do value. I think especially in this sport because I don't think it's like as necessary. But when someone's really athletic, they can get by pretty far. Man, your goaltender has to be like mentally solid. And I just think he's dumb. And yeah, he botched a bunch of games
he
for them this
definitely
year.
loses focus. He can make some big saves. He had a great year with Torino last year. I understand why they got him, but I mean he just didn't do it. And I think that they should have swapped him out for Moret a lot earlier. And I mean,
Yeah,
you've won a Scudetto with Moret, two
two of
Scudetti
them. Yeah,
with Moret. So I mean, like, yes, he's not like the most stunning goalkeeper, but he's been consistent. You've won 2 championships with him. That
right.
should have been your guy. That change wasn't good. The Bukuma change wasn't good. And the more you go through their signings, it really wasn't good.
No, it wasn't. But we knew Bukayo was going to be bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we called that one.
yeah,
I was never a big fan of Savic. I
no,
liked the Lang signing. I thought that would have been a good fit, but he
yeah.
just ended up being really lazy in defense. And if you're not going to,
He left
play,
and he I forget which team he went to and he did great there. But
yeah,
some people just don't gel under Conte. I don't
yeah,
know if he actually wanted him or not, but some people because he didn't even play him, bench him. Like I think he was a signing that he didn't even want, so he's like I'm not gonna play him, you know.
maybe, yeah.
So well, he left and he did well. I think it's
Luca
just a
failed hard. Lorenzo
Luca,
Luca.
man, that was such a bummer. I thought he would grow a lot under Conte.
Yep, what a juicy opportunity he had, and
Yeah,
he blew it. He's just a pussy, dude. He's so big and gumpy. I don't know. He's not that good.
he,
I'd like
I
to see
am
what like
my
Skamaka could
biggest
do him.
problem is his attitude.
Yeah,
I think
he's
he's
super
got a
weak.
bad attitude, and like he doesn't have the skills to have that attitude. Like Ibrahimovic has a bad attitude, right? But he was an amazing player, and you can't deny he's one of the best strikers to ever play the game. So it's fine. Like you can do that. Luca has a bad attitude, man, and
Yes.
it just shows. He's very immature, and I don't mind guys who are like a little bit spicy and they do their thing if you can kind of back it up. But
Oh, I
you're
don't
a
mind those
kid,
kind of players at all. Sometimes the great players, pretty much always have that gene for the most
yeah.
part. So I don't mind that. I don't mind big egos, but yeah, you have to back it up.
Yeah,
And
like you
I
got to
don't.
have something to back it up. You can't have a big ego and be an average player, below
These
average.
guys are just—they're all so weak. I don't know. I have like zero respect for any of them anymore.
No, this
I
is an
used to
issue
really like
with
some of these
Italy right
players.
now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's more
Oh
like
no.
the whole
Oh
sport, but it's a big issue with
yeah.
Italy too.
The whole sport. Yeah.
hmm But yeah, so Luca was a big bummer. Hoyland did a good job. I don't think he was amazing, but he
Yeah.
did a good job. He was a good, smart signing.
Yep. Yeah. That was a good move.
Let's see it
Yeah.
now.
And then
Roma.
De Bruyne. Talk about De Bruyne for a second.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I thought that he wasn't even good when he was playing, and then he got that season-ending injury.
Yeah,
I think he just didn't want to practice hard. I think he was like at the end of his career and got to a Conti team like he didn't know better, and was like, "Oh, I gotta run. I don't want to do that. I'm
yeah.
I'm
I think
KDB, baby."
he's not the player for Conte. I think
No.
I think he'll probably do well. Um, in the future here if they put him in the right role. And you know what? You got to understand
He'll do well under Max.
what type of a player you had. I mean, Max doesn't require every single person to run. He's more lax than people think he is, right? Like
Oh,
Conte's
he
like, no, you're
is.
gonna work your ass off all game long. And I think if he can figure it out, which I don't know if he will. Sometimes Max definitely played some people way out of position this year that I didn't think he would, and he did. So who knows? But if he figures it out and puts De Bruyne in a more like center forward or like a attack minded center mid,
Yeah.
so he doesn't have to do as much defending and can help out a little bit and make some really nice passes and long shots. He's going to be fantastic, right? And if he has some workers next to him, which he should have with Lobotka and with whatchamacallit and with
Oh, you're gonna have.
McTominay.
He's gonna be running Zombo all day
Zombo's
long.
supposed to be leaving.
Really?
Yeah, Zombo's
What's Max gonna
supposed to be
do?
leaving. He's gonna bring Rabiot. That's the rumor, and he's gonna be fucking
Yeah.
awesome on Napoli.
Yeah. He will be. Oh,
Rabiot is
Rabio.
going to fill out a midfield of Rabiot, Lobotka, and McTominay, and you can even play a
Oh,
diamond and put De Bruyne in as a
I would
treatise in the
absolutely be
hole.
doing that.
That's
Oh
amazing.
yeah. Right in the hole, baby.
But I think about it, you have a great true like deep lying D mid who can play defense in Lobotka.
Yeah.
McTominay and Rabiot are very similar players. They can do everything and they
Yep.
defend, attack. That they're a perfect complement. And then you have De Bruyne who doesn't have to do as much work now. Now he can create,
Yeah. That sounds awesome to me.
right? I think that they're going to do very very well.
Yeah.
I actually think Max should be a good coach for them. So
Oh, I think so too.
yeah, I mean, some of the signings weren't so great for them, but they have some pieces. I think they are going to need to get another striker because Lukaku's going to be gone. Luka's doing whatever he's doing. So you just have, you've got like the small winger guys who can play center forward. Like I'm sure like Alex Santos, whatever his name is, or Alexis Santos, and I'm sure,
Vergara,
and
baby.
we've seen Neres be able to do it, right? But they
Yeah.
need a second striker. They need a backup striker or somebody who can start over Hoyland.
Everyone needs a striker these days, man. There's very
Yeah,
few teams that have good ones.
yeah. You could go with Skamaka. He's got mentality issues too at times,
Oh,
but
he definitely does.
so I don't know. I don't know who you can go with as a striker in that situation. Honestly, you probably go for it at that point because I don't know if there's that many great Italian strikers beside
Oh
him.
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
there isn't.
he does like Keane.
Or
He does
where's
like Keane.
Retegui? Oh, Keane would be amazing on that team.
Yes, I mean Max was trying to
Oh,
bring Keane to Milan, but
yep.
we don't do that. So that's one of his guys. So maybe he'll bring Keane.
Oh, man, that would be a great pickup.
That'd be a great fit, man. And he
Oh,
could play solo or together. You have some
dude,
options. That'd be an amazing pickup.
just put him on the field, dude.
Yeah, I mean honestly, with the season Fiorentina had, Keane needs to leave now.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that'd be great for Napoli. I hope that they do it. We'll see. Let's go to Roma.
Oh,
Roma, the most consistent team in the last several games here. All 5 wins leading out, followed by Como with 4 wins and 1 draw, and it made a massive difference because in the last game of the season they jumped in the top 4.
yeah, dude, that's good job for Gasparini.
Yeah,
You know,
good job for Gasparini. Unique with how the season went with where they had that little spat with Ranieri and Gasparini, and I don't know.
that shit happens. That
It
shit's
does.
overrated. No, this is like rumor shit that like chicks do. Bros argue. And if you've ever been on a team that has a lot at stake, you'll see guys arguing on the bench. That's just how we sort
Oh,
shit out.
I
Not a
think Gasparini is totally cool with that. I think Ranieri is a more sensitive guy, and
Ranieri's very
I think
sensitive guy.
Ranieri was more sensitive. He was like not feeling. I think they said he was like in tears about it. So he's for real, yeah. So the board
That's
made a
pathetic.
decision, and the board chose Gasparini. And I think a lot of people, because of what Ranieri means to Roma, were probably like, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I thought it was the right call. They got a direction they want to go. Gasparini is very hard nosed. He wants to do what he wants to do. They trusted him. They brought in Malin, and it freaking worked, man. They got in the
Absolutely.
Champions League,
Boom.
and
They
he's
did it.
actually getting the most out of players who are not good. Like
Yep.
Gianluca Mancini is not good. He's been great this year for Roma.
He's been excellent this year. Yep. And
Yeah,
Gilardi looked good too.
Gilardi is a good player. I hope he plays him more because he actually has some skills. He's young. He could develop into a proper player, and he could help the Nazionale out.
Yep.
Um, I mean, he's gotten a lot out of his players. I think
He does.
Malin had a hell of a run. If you look at this tallies, 14 goals for Malin. He played half the season that
Yeah.
everybody else did.
That's amazing, dude.
It's crazy, right?
No, Gasparini's done a really good job there. He's also done well with the young players.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, he's gotten the most out of like career-long average players, and he's done an excellent job. So, um, yeah,
That's
that's
usually
a that
what you see when like a team is like ascending or doing better. You'll see like young kids playing better. You'll see people like the superstars doing what they should be doing. And you'll see like just like the role players. A couple of these role players just have amazing seasons, and that's kind of what happens when the pieces are working when you have a good coach. So I'm very happy with Gasperini at Roma, and I'm hoping they can build on this. And big news, Dybala looks like he's staying, and he's staying on like a cut salary
yeah,
too.
that's awesome. The
Yeah.
rising tide raises all ships. You ever heard that one?
No.
It was big with pirates.
Oh yeah, yeah. We sit with the big pirates, yeah.
Yeah,
You're on one tonight.
I am.
The something I was gonna say about the about Roma is I'm not sure if you saw the last game. Did you see any of it at all?
No, no.
Dude, the in the last game they got a penalty and Malin had the penalty saved. Dybala was like positioning himself because he was ready. He got the rebound and laid an awesome pass across to him, and that goal made all the difference. He's just a
Class,
classy player, man.
class.
He's such a classy player. He's actually smart, like which is a rarity these days. Like it was so nice to see that.
He's
What
the
an
last of the
awesome thing to
dying
have.
breed. He's probably my favorite player to watch in Serie A because that reminds me that what I was watching when I was a kid,
Was better.
it's not just nostalgia. It was objectively better in every single way. And yeah, Dybala is still one of those guys that has that old school style where he actually has a brain.
Yep. No, he's the last of that like trequartista, smart player that can pass, they can shoot, they can create, they can dribble. They're seeing the game ahead. That's really what I enjoy watching. I think Nico Paz is like a modern version of that, and we'll see what he can do. But he's a very promising talent. He's
Yeah,
one of the
we'll
only
see.
youngsters who's doing it right now. So
Yeah, he's one of the few young guys for sure. But yeah, it's just, it's nice to see. That's kind of why I liked this sport was because of guys like Dybala.
yeah,
I like that. I like the creative player, and that's just gone.
I
Sorry, I
mean,
mean, like
Italy's always
I'd say
had good
Vitinha.
players like that too. You know, they've always
Well, it's
had like
gone in
your
Italy for sure.
Tottis, Baggios, Del Piero. Like they've
Yeah,
always had crafty guys like that.
I mean the whole. I mean, European football as a whole lacks this mentality. I mean,
Oh yeah,
there's you can count them on one hand. You know,
that's
they
because everybody
used
just
to
has to
have
run
a lot of
nonstop, though. I mean,
yeah.
they're very much in this like running mode, and I get it because that's kind of what's winning right now. Um, go look at the two teams that made it in or to the Champions League finals and won their respective leagues. They just
It's
run a
easier to
ton.
churn out mindless robots than it is to try to actually have pluck out brilliant players. And I think we've talked in the past too. It's also these kids aren't like playing for fun when they're growing up. It's they're in like a travel
No, it's
league
it's a job.
when they're negative too. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a job, and then you get a massive contract at like 18. It's like your time to
yeah,
learn is your window is very small because I mean like you're developing your skills when you're very young, and if you don't have at least something by the age of like 12, you're like,
yeah.
so it's just getting younger and younger, which means you're losing more and more childhood, more and more creativity. So
I mean, if it was me, I would just make rap albums to fill my time.
that then you'd be like Rafael, dude.
Yeah, yeah. He's a big hero of mine. I love his
Yeah,
music.
that's right.
Yeah. I'm stupid too.
Yeah, you like his tunes, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the big surprise, maybe not surprise everybody, was Como snuck in. And as much as we bitch about Como because they have no Italians, and I'm relatively anti Como,
Oh, I'm anti-Como.
I don't
Absolutely.
really care about Milan and Juve who don't play them anyways, and they have a responsibility to do it because that's been their history. Now Como is new, and I get it what they're doing, but there's a possibility that if Como starts actually, because now they've won, they buy a few Italian players, and they have a very Italian youth academy. If they start growing, incorporating some, and eventually they actually get a solid number of Italians, then Como will be doing it the right way. I just didn't like their first few years, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but I'd rather them be in than Milan and Juve because I really do think that both of those clubs just need to burn and restart.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Milan plays what, one or two a game.
Yeah, two.
Juve
Yep,
plays
exactly. That's a
two
joke.
or three a game. Yeah, who cares? Juve's got 7 Italians on a 28-man roster, and three of them are keepers. Who cares? I'm not going to split hairs because Como
Yeah,
has
because it's
two and
three
Juve
versus
has
zero.
7.
It's like who
Yeah,
cares?
right.
Yeah, I,
Whatever.
I
Yeah,
totally agree. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
But Como
Whatever.
has a
I hate.
chance
Yeah,
because they're building a youth academy to actually do it the right way. And you never know. Now that they
they
actually have
won't.
some money, they're
No,
in Champions League. Maybe they buy two or three Italians that can start. You never
nope.
know. You never know.
They won't. Nope. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to stay entirely foreign and bring Spain to Italy, and Italy without an identity is just going to get dong slapped by the Spanish who know exactly who they are and what they want to do and how they want to play. And we've abandoned our
Yes,
culture.
you're so right, dude. They're
Yeah.
probably because just gonna get better players of what they already do.
Yeah.
And then listen, we play fucking tiki taka, right? We play team defense, and that's what we do.
Yeah. They have
Yeah,
they have
that's it.
they're not confused one bit. You got Italian fans that actually want to mimic Spain. They think we
Yeah.
should like it's been failing for over a decade now, more than that. Us trying to copy someone else and abandoning our
Yeah,
identity.
man.
And they still think we should keep continue to go this
That's the worst
direction.
part.
Yeah.
How long have you
Eh,
heard this narrative for? You gotta adapt.
Yeah.
You gotta go with the times. Like you can't live in the Stone Age, guys. Italy's not living in the Stone Age. Okay, right? And the formation has nothing to do with it.
It's nothing to do with it. They're
The
just
the
so
three man
dumb.
back line has nothing to
Yeah,
do with how you
yeah,
play.
yeah,
Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan was not a mega defensive team. They could play it, but they were high flying. People were booming forward. Very creative team. They played a 3 man back line, but with
yeah,
basically wingers in Dumfries and Demarco. It's all in how you play it. You can set up a 3 man back line like a mega defensive unit, sure, but it's how you play it. It's I don't know. I'm a bit done with this narrative of like Italy's still in the Stone
yeah.
Age. I think I'm right with you. We're just trying to be something that we're not.
Yeah, absolutely. And so yeah, until we figure it out, get back to what made us great, we'll never be great. So we're just gonna keep going through the same cycle, spinning the same, churning it, churning and churning and churning the same stanky butter, and it's never gonna work out. And I don't expect any turnaround at all, and I don't expect any turnover around for the next two bum clubs on this list in fifth and sixth. Your Milan and my Juve.
Yeah, so Milan, Juve, we'll save our main discussions for
Yeah,
another breakdown here, but very satisfied that they're not in Champions League. I love it.
yeah.
I
I don't care if Como did it or not.
anything that can get the management out of my club will be great, so I can actually watch them and care again
But you still
because
have Zlatan there. Like your
he's the
team
worst,
is
dude.
your team is comprised of a bunch of whore players. Zlatan was the ultimate prostitute. He is literally the face of your organization right now.
Yeah,
It's
he's the freaking
exactly
worst thing
him.
you could have brought in because it's the exact case of dude with massive ego who you could use that as a player, but that needs to be by the wayside when you're an actual director. Your job is to build people up and to build a cohesive unit, not to try to be front and center. Okay, but he's doing so many other things. Even he doesn't even care. He's investing with freaking Jerry Cardinale. He's
Yeah, of
trying to
course.
start a new team or something like that. I forget what type of team it is. He's trying to start a new team with the big boxer guy Tyson Fury. He got his hand in so many freaking pots that like he
He
doesn't
just
give a
wants to be
shit.
famous and relevant all the
He
time.
doesn't give a shit. He's a freaking
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
He's not smart,
He
and
doesn't. No, he's not smart at all. He doesn't care
it's
about
freaking
Milan at
terrible.
all.
No, he's just a freaking douchebag. But Jerry Cardinale is a weasel, and he probably Zlatan probably tells Cardinale that he's really freaking cool, and he believes him because
Yeah,
he's Zlatan, and
yeah.
it's just shitty. So yeah, everybody gets fired but him, who destroyed Milan's youth team, destroyed it, and it's something that I want to go into pretty heavily in our
Do
in
it.
the Milan
Just do
thing.
it right now. Do it right now. We're
So
on Milan right now.
I'll give a brief overview. The So he brings in this guy like Johan Karofsky, who's from America during Zlatan's time there, right? Their task by Cardinale was to start the youth, to create not create but make the youth team better. When Paolo Maldini was there, the youth team was fantastic. We had a bunch of guys. We had Diego Sia, we had Simic, who now left for a different team because the club just offed him. They had Liberali, who's excellent, excellent talent. Camarda was on the rise. Zeroli was on the rise. Um, there's like three or four more. Bartasagi, who's now on the team. That was a ton of very good kids, and they were actually progressing, making it farther. They got in, I forget how far they went, but they were actually doing fantastic. Abate was an amazing coach, the best that we've had in years, and the team was growing. And there was actually people developing to make it into the youth team, Italians too, or to make it the real team. Zlatan Ibrahimovic's kid was on the Primavera, and he gets there and he has sabotaged the shit out of Camarda to get his because his kid's a striker, of course. So he sabotaged the shit out of Camarda. Basically, he's trying to ruin his career because he wants his kid to play. They destroy the entire team. The team fails. They get relegated. All the big players have been leaving before they got relegated because they don't want to play for this trash anymore. All the good players are gone. Liberale gets sold for literally he left for free because he was so pissed off with the team and they just treat him like total trash. Now he's linked with Inter, so I hope Inter picks him up and he just crushes it. And this
Yeah.
is all Zlatan. His role was to take over the youth team and progress it. He destroyed it. He destroyed an amazing product. He destroyed one of the best youth teams Milan has had in years. This is the guy who didn't get fired. This is the guy who you're going to trust to make
That's the guy they
decisions about
kept.
this team. This is a guy who's supposed to bring Milanismo back. He has 0 ounces of Milanismo.
No, he wasn't even loyal to him when he was playing. He's a total prostitute. And he's an absolute dumbass. And that might sound mean. I don't care. I would never qualify him as an intelligent person that could run a team.
No, he's
He was
freaking
just he was just a
taking.
big guy who was very talented, and
Yep,
that's it.
mega talented, very athletic for his size, big dude, right?
Yeah,
And he was awesome, right? He's an
yeah.
amazing player, one of the best to do it. That doesn't mean he's going to be a good director. It also doesn't mean he should be anywhere near AC Milan trying to bring back Milanismo.
No.
This dude takes like freaking selfie videos of himself doing bicycle kicks off of boats. Like this is what little girls do.
Yes,
He
exactly.
takes like
He seeks attention
yeah,
like a chick. Yeah,
he
it's
takes videos
pathetic.
of himself like working out and stuff. It's like what are you doing? Like he's a whore. He's trying to
He's a
seek
total whore,
attention.
dude.
Like, I'd get this guy away from my club. I don't want anything to do with him. And I think that the people who understand what he's done, people who are in deep with Milan, feel the same. They're ready to be done with this douchebag. But the problem is, Cardinale loves him.
Yep, he does.
Cardinale loves him. And
Yep.
because you have this ego here, we're gonna wind up with a weird coaching thing. It's gonna be rough. But
Yeah, what coaches are you looking at right now?
the Spanish dude is out. It was the like Andoni Iraola. He's like from the Premier League.
Areola, I love
Yeah,
those.
this right. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the guy. We're gonna have a nipple guy, and
Areola.
then who else was it? They're right now looking at, or they were looking at Slot. They were looking at Rangnick is like the big thing now, which literally that was the dude we were gonna get back when there was the Pioli era, and he ended up staying with Pioli, and it worked out because we won a Scudetto right after that. So we're gonna go back to the Rangnick experiment because he has ideas. It's like this is a joke.
I got
Like,
ideas. Hire me.
yeah, like I mean, we know what he's gonna do, right? The team is gonna do decent. He's gonna develop youth. They're all gonna be foreign, and then they're gonna sell him off when they make some money. It will fit Redbird perfectly. He probably should join, and they should change the name of Milan. I think if Rangnick joins, they should just change it entirely and become like the Red Bull Red Devils or something like that, since he used to work for them. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, I like the Redbird Red Devils.
Yeah,
I think they're
Redbird slash Red Bull. They should just freaking take the whole. That's what they do. You know, like RB Leipzig and Salzburg, they have a good youth development thing that Rangnick helped with. That's what they want to do here. It's just not for a team like Milan.
no, and you know what, man, it's never coming back because
No, it's
there's
too far
very
in.
few people that see it like this, and the majority of people are just celebrating the downfall, and they have no idea that they're not just they're celebrating it, they're accelerating it. They're absolutely a guilty party in the destruction of the club.
100%.
So I hope all the fans applaud themselves. This is your
Yeah.
team that you
Every
wanted.
piece of merch you buy, every
Yeah.
ticket that you buy that you think you're being a good fan and support of the club, in the past 3 years, you have actively contributed to the destruction of AC Milan that you once knew and loved. You can enjoy this lifeless, soulless team now. So enjoy, guys, and keep spending that money. Keep thinking that you're being a
Bro, you're
cool
not a
fan.
good fan if you don't celebrate them all the time,
Yeah,
dude. It's like, no, no, no.
you're a
That's called
bad
being a
fan, dude.
bad parent. Yeah, you're actually a bad
You're a
fan.
freaking
It's a
bad fan. You've enabled this
cuck
crap.
mentality. Yeah,
Yeah,
you've enabled some horrendous people to come into your club that's existed for over a
yeah, and
century
ruin it.
and destroy it because of their egos. So they've
Yeah,
come in there and they've taken a club that has operated with a certain culture,
philosophy, culture. Yeah,
philosophy
let's say you. Yeah,
for over a century, and these
yeah.
sacks of crap come in and completely destroy it. And this cucked fan base will sit there and celebrate it
And they'll
because
buy the
their idea,
jerseys and they'll buy the
yeah,
tickets. Now
because
that is bad.
because they're so their own personal identity is
Is
dangling on by
Milan?
a thread, and
Yeah.
that thread is their little club.
Be a
You know
strong
that.
enough man to stand on your own principles, to where you can say, hey, I don't need to buy a Milan jersey to feel like I belong. You can still be a Milanista. You can still be a Milan fan, right? You don't need to give
Yeah.
money to Jerry Cardinale.
Give them zero money. If you want to see something change, if you want to see the clubs get better, and we can ditto this for Juve. We can just
Oh,
copy and
100%. Same shit
repaste
for
this.
Juve.
Same exact problem with both of our clubs. You know, it's if you want the club to change, stop giving them money. Stop going to the games. Stop buying their shitty swag. Stop it.
Yep.
Stop wearing
Get the management
a
out.
shirt with another man's name on it. First of all, you should just start there. If it, just at least get them blank. If you just can't help yourself, get them blank. But I would say just don't buy any swag. Don't buy any tickets. And then if you want your club to change, it will. Because the
Nobody's
only
worth it
thing they care
anyways.
about,
Nobody's worth it
yeah,
anyways. Name me a player on Juve or Milan the past 5 years who is worth it.
none. I wouldn't buy a single one.
None.
I got one jersey, dude. It's got Nedved on it. That's it.
Yep. No, I've got Kaká and Maldini.
And I bought it in the aftermarket.
Mm. That's all. Yeah, Milan and Juve. We'll go into like the rebuilds and what we should do and the coaching, merry-go-round. But yeah, they suck. Atalanta, I wanted to do a lot better than they did. I'm glad they at least got into Conference League so I can see how they do. I'm glad that they
Paladino
beat
had
Bologna.
a mountain to climb though. He did a good job.
They did. I just wanted them to do
They
better. I
petered
mean,
out.
their last run sucked.
They petered out.
Loss,
Yeah.
draw, win, loss, draw. Like they didn't come up when it mattered, but they weren't going to catch them. They weren't going to catch them.
No, they ended up where they should.
But they have a good little team. I mean, Ederson's gone, which sucks, but we knew that he was going to leave.
Where did he
a
go?
long time. Man U.
Huh.
Yeah, and Man U is
What
actually
idiot.
starting to kind of progress, so they're going to be all right. But you look at who they have here.
How much did they buy him for? Like 40?
Man U?
Yeah.
Dude, they only spent 42 mil on Ederson.
On Ederson?
We spent 40 mil on Yashari. Like we spent 40 something mil on Mpupu.
Oh, we're so screwed, dude.
We spent
We got
35 on
yeah.
Jimenez. You could buy a top quality player, Serie A proven, who plays all the midfield roles you could want and runs all game long for 40 million.
Yeah.
Nope. No.
No, we want to get this exotic player from this other league.
Yeah, nobody's heard of him. Let's get some new guy.
Oh, I
It's a
watched his
joke.
YouTube comps. They're sick, bro.
It's a joke, man. Let's see. So, I mean, you look at Atalanta team, they have some nice pieces, right? They got Scalvini. Hien's okay. They got Ahenor. They've got Bellanova. Their ruin is that kind of a lifer at this point there. Paslic will be the same way, I think.
Karnaseki too. Yeah.
Karnaseki's awesome. I think he was keeper of the year in my opinion. They've got Samardzic, who's a good talent. Rospa fits well.
Good.
Hey,
I
Musa.
like Suleiman, dude.
Musa's coming back, dude. Suleiman has been all right.
I like him.
Moose come back to Milan, dude. This was such a bad buy. Yeah, and then we loaned him to Atalanta as if they were ever gonna renew him. But even their bench, right? Scamacca has his moments. Decathlon is a smart player. Jim City sucks. I think he's got to go. Zappacosta is very underrated. Ederson's gone. Kolasinac, meh. Karnaseki, fantastic. I mean, they have a good team. Zalewski, I like him a lot.
Zalewski's guys. Let's say that.
They have a good team. Like I think they're like 3 quality signings off of making a strong top 4 push.
Stay there?
No, he's gonna go. I think. I mean, he might stay.
Where's he gonna go?
I don't know.
He gonna go?
There's been a lot of rumors about him leaving, and I have no idea why.
Why, dude?
I don't know.
Where are you going to go, guy?
Initially, he was rumored with both of our teams, but those rumors have died down because I think it's because now you have Spalletti staying there, and you have and we're gonna hire a foreigner.
Yeah, you're gonna hire some foreign garbage, and we're stuck with Mr. Clean.
Yeah. I mean, Roma already has a coach. Como has a coach that they're not going to change. Kivu's staying at Inter. So, like, where are you going? You're not going to go back to Fiorentina. The Italiano is going to stay at Bologna, I believe. I mean, they might swap, but like, what's the point?
Where's Conte going?
Probably the national team. I mean, the only place that Conte would go besides the Nazionale right now, I think, is Milan. That's it. That's the only other one that I could see him going to in Italy right now. I know that they said back when he was initially going to come back to Italy and it went to Napoli, it was actually the douche nozzle Ibrahimovic who wanted Conte, but then they said, "Hey, we want They say we want a coach, not a manager." That's not coming from Ibrahimovic's mouth. He said it, but that's coming from Cardinale. They don't want somebody who's going to be a big time manager, so they will never get him because of the ego. But that's actually a manager that Ibrahimovic liked. That's one of his only positives. But he will not come to Milan. I think that it's very clear Cardinale wants somebody who's going to play ball. Conte won't play ball.
Yeah.
So I think it's not Nazionale or bust.
Yeah, I hope so. That's where I want him to go.
Same.
But
same. But you think he'll stay in it for like 3 years, man? Like stay with a Euro and a World Cup. I mean, he'll stay for Euros, but he's not probably stay for 3 years.
Yeah, I think he'll stay for Euros. I don't think he'll stay for the World Cup. But what he will do is he'll at least get the team playing really well, and then someone else will come in and ruin it all.
I really wanted to see him stay at Napoli for a 3rd year.
I think what should happen is he should just take the national team through the Euro Cup, and then when he quits, Allegri comes in and takes us to the World Cup because Allegri's really good at picking up his scraps.
Allegri's good at picking up the scraps, or they should bring like Carlo across because he'll be done with Brazil at
Oh,
that point.
I sure hope so.
Bring Ancelotti back to the national team. That's who needs to be there. Conte can build it. Conte can build it, and Carlo can manage it. That's the
Can Carlo
progression.
even coach players this low of quality though? That can't be creative.
Maybe if Conte builds a decent team, maybe
Yeah,
this is the way, right? Conte builds it for 2 years. Ancelotti coaches it for 2 years and
yeah,
gets him to the World Cup and
I'd
does
love it.
something. That I mean, that's the best tournament coach we have, and one
Oh,
of the best
yeah,
tournament coaches in history. So yeah,
yeah, of all
that's
time.
the
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
yeah.
but let's see what else we got here.
I think we should hire a Spanish coach for the national team. We
Yeah,
should play tiki
that's
taka.
the way to get our identity
Yeah,
back, right?
we should be like the Make a Wish version of Spain. That's a much better.
Yeah. We're not gonna beat Spain at their own game.
Yeah, yeah, that's a much better plan.
So rest of this here, Bologna, Lazio. Sorry, may go somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
and
interesting.
Italiano
Mm-hmm.
after his failure at
Udinese
Bologna.
is the most pointless team in Serie A. They always finish in the middle somewhere. They do nothing. They don't go higher. They don't go lower. They just sit between like ninth and 15th. It's just
But
I can't
Grosso did
stand
a
them.
good job.
Yes, Gross did a good job,
Grosso
and
did
I'm
a good
glad that
job.
Zaniolo actually found a team that seems to work for him. Those are two good things about them. Otherwise, I cannot stand that team.
Yeah,
Sassuolo, same as they've always been. Somewhere around here. Torino, same. All these
same
teams are
as
very
Udinese.
similar.
Yeah,
Fiorentina was a letdown, but at least they didn't get dropped here.
yeah, it's bad coaching choice, man.
Yeah, bad freaking coaching choice, guy. They freaking bring in
Yep.
Pioli, and then I mean I know Vanoli's doing better, but Vanoli's not the guy. And
No, not at all, dude.
he's not the guy. He'll bring Fiorentina to like 10th next year. Um, Cremonese went down in like I think the last game of the season or something like that. I forget, but it was kind of a bit of a wild one there. Yeah, they did because a win here. Yeah, that was the last game. So Lecce won. I didn't want Lecce to make it. I actually wanted Cremonese to make it. I believe Lecce
Same.
is like one of the like disgraces of Serie A in my opinion. They're all foreign.
Yeah.
Let's see, Lecce Fiorentina. Where are they
I mean,
at?
they'll be right back down there next year too. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but like this is gross. This is Lecce. Hey, Falcone, that's one. Yeah, Gallo, that's two. Yeah, Kadir, Koulibaly, Banda, Ngom, Ramadani, Sievert, Gabriel, Vega. They got Gallo and Falcone and
Two.
Pirotti. Three.
Yeah. Yeah,
Amazing.
three.
For a low, shitty
No,
team. What a joke.
it was a joke.
Like, this is insulting. It's
Yeah,
insulting.
well, that's Italy in a nutshell.
Yeah,
It's
even your shitty teams, you're going to go foreign for what reason? For what did it gain you?
self-loathing culture. Self-loathing culture.
A freaking joke.
Yeah.
But so I mean, the bottom we kind of expected most of them to go down. I think we kind of called most of these. Pisa we knew they were going to go.
Oh yeah.
Verona we knew they were going to go down. And then honestly, I think I think I chose Lecce. But Serie B is cool. Venezia made it. Monza made it, and Frosinone made it back.
Yeah, I was hoping Palermo got through.
Same, but Monza is pretty much like the same team that when they got relegated. If you look at like who they have on it,
Yeah.
it's a lot of the same guys. Like a ton of them. They still got Pessina. They've got they got Cutrone. They got Mota. They've got who's a big dude? Patania. Still
Well,
got
no, they
Patania.
picked up Crotone from Como last year.
Right, but wasn't he there in the past?
Uh,
Like
no.
before Como?
Was he? I thought it was in Hellas Verona.
Can't remember.
I
But
don't
they
know.
got this dude who used to be a Milan player, Carboni. They got Birndelli still. I mean, they have
Yeah.
a very unchanged team. So
I
they're
like Pessina
back.
too. I like Pessina. He's a good
hmm
player.
Liberali has been Catanzaro's best player, and he's rumored to go to Inter. So good for him. Hope he does it.
Good. Go, good for Inter. At least, they're putting some faith in Italians.
Well, you got Marotta, and Marotta did say even at the end of the season, he goes, you can't win in Italy without a core of Italians. So that's a quote from him. And the names he's linked with right now is Palestra and Liberali.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
Let's see. Who's on Venezia? Anybody we know? Kind of want to see.
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh God. Oh God.
Nobody.
Venezia is gross. It's all foreign.
Yeah. Of course. Oh, the whole league is like this, man.
What's that?
The
What's
whole league. It's
that?
not just our teams. Our teams are just the
What's
it
that?
sucks because it's our teams. It's all of Italy. It's like this, dude. This is why. And you
So
go, why don't we
bad.
have a good national team? It's like, because we don't play our own players, you morons.
So bad. Look at this. The most Italian guy there is the American Gianluca Busio.
We have the shittiest.
It's
We have
crazy.
the shittiest league. Serie A is worse than it's ever been. It's more foreign than it's ever been. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, guys. Our national team is the worst it's ever been. Our league
crazy.
is the most foreign it's ever been. It's never going to change until the Italians pull their heads out of their asses, stop hating themselves so much, and start getting back to what made us good.
Identity, identity, identity.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do a couple
Oh,
of on the fly awards. Okay.
oh, I love it. Yeah, I love awards.
Okay. On the fly awards. Then we'll round this up, and then at another time we'll do Milan Juve. Okay. Player of the season. I'll give you
uh,
mine if you want me to do it. I know
yeah.
everybody says DiMarco, and that's fine. I still think Inter probably would have won without him, even though he's a huge catalyst to the team and definitely a much different player for them than he is for the Nazionale. But they're just such a good team either way. I would say Malin. Malin has 14 goals in half the freaking season, absolutely transformed Roma's attack. And the second half of their season, they were on a total tear, and he 100% was the biggest reason that they ended up getting Champions League in the end. Of course, Gasperini had a lot to do with it, but that's my. Maybe you can't say that over the season. Then I go DeMarco, but I have to I have to give it to Malin there.
I'm giving it to Nico Paz
Nico
because I think if you
Paz.
take him off of Como, they're not anywhere near that spot.
Nico Paz is awesome, dude. Nico
Yeah.
Paz is absolutely awesome. I actually hope he does not go back to Real Madrid and he either stays at Como and kind of helps build there, or he goes to a different team in Serie A. But
I think he's
Nico Paz is
carrying pretty
awesome.
hard right now.
He is. He is, but the team still does well without him. But he's definitely their best player. Um, let's see. Biggest disappointment for me. We
Player?
talked about this prior, player wise. I would say Buongiorno, and it's just because he's not the worst player this year,
No, no.
but he's my biggest disappointment because last year when he was on, he gave me a lot of hope that we were going to have an awesome defense because Gabi was starting to play well. Buongiorno looked amazing. You combine those two together, you have a two-man D. With how he's played this year, he's been crap. And I know he had the injury, but he has not gotten back to form since then.
Okay. God, who's the biggest disappointment? There's
Yeah.
so many.
Somebody that you maybe thought was going to be awesome and ended up sucking,
No, I don't think anyone was going to be awesome. I
What
definitely
about
didn't
just
think.
like expectations? Like this dude was supposed to
I
be
mean,
sweet.
I, can I give it to Spalletti, who came out of the box red hot
You
and
can well,
failed?
we can do coaches next.
Okay, we can do coaches next.
Yeah.
Biggest disappointment. I mean, I'm gonna give it to Zagrova. I didn't like our transfer window. I thought that at least the difference between Comoli and Giuntoli is, Comoli besides Openda didn't make any stupid deals. They were all like, somewhat financially sound, at least
Yeah.
in massive comparison, or stark contrast to what we had prior with
Yeah.
dickhead Giuntoli. But yeah, I'd say Zagrova. He was the one player that I was saying, I was thinking we could really use his skill set on Juve because I think we have a low skill team and he brings a lot of skill in. And I mean, he came in fat, lazy, didn't want to do any work, and could barely get into the starting lineup for whatever reason. Under two different coaches, couldn't touch the field. So
Yeah, it's
you
weird,
know,
man, because he has the skills. He's definitely crafty. He's a
yeah,
a
he's
good
not a great
player.
player, but he's what we needed, I thought. And he just, nah,
Yeah, I mean we don't know any like the backstory, but he could never get in the team. With a couple managers, so he probably was not doing the
yeah.
work in practice. That's what
Oh,
that tells
definitely.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff we can't see, but I mean, I wouldn't have signed him anyways, but if I was in charge, but out of the signings we made, I was hoping he would be better because he has a skill set that we needed because we
Yeah.
have zero creativity on our team. Zero.
Yeah. All right. So best coach.
Oh, Kivu. He did a great job. I mean,
Kivu.
when Inter was when he came in was they had a season where they massively failed at every single level.
Everything.
Their coach left, and it could have easily all fallen to pieces.
Yep, they got a new dude. So
Easily.
even though he's been through the inter system and he knows the team inside and out, he's still a new coach. And I mean, to get players to buy in, especially after big names just failed and they're probably pretty down. Like all your best players are like, they had to pick themselves up out of the dirt, and he brought them
Yep.
out of that pretty damn fast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He simplified the game for them. He stopped doing all this kooky crap that Inzaghi would do. That I think he's such an overrated coach, and he just got down to basics. Let his guys use their abilities. Let him unleash the power of their team because they are the most talented team in the league, and they walked it, man. Great job.
Yeah. No, Kiwu definitely, and they won a double. They won the Coppa Italia as well. So now if they actually add some pieces here and add true depth, they can definitely challenge on all three fronts next year. I do think so. I think
They will.
after year 2 of Kiwu, they can do better in Champions League. They can once again challenge for the Scudetto and probably go far in the Coppa. So you're gonna be looking at a very strong team. I mean, and Marotta, I don't think is leaving yet. I think there were some rumors he might, but I think he's gonna stay for another season.
Oh God, how's he gonna leave? Where's he
I
gonna
don't
go?
know. I have no idea. I don't know, but there were some rumors up. I think he's gonna stay. But
He should stay.
he should. He's very good for Inter, and it's the only
Yeah,
legitimate Italian team right now. So I actually hope he stays.
yeah.
Um, yeah, best coach. I agree, Kivu, for sure. I mean, so there could be some honorable mentions for Fabregas with because he's been done very well with Como, but no, it's Kivu. It's Kivu all the way.
Yeah.
Okay, worst coach.
Worst coach, Pioli. Beat
Pioli
that.
or Tudor? Who was worse, man?
Pioli.
Which bald dude is worse, dude? Pioli or Tudor?
Pioli. Yeah, Pioli. Pioli's worse.
He was so
Yeah, no,
fucking bad.
he
Pioli
was
was
horrible.
so bad, man. He took a
He's a-
team who I thought was gonna challenge for top 7 and just tanked him in like
Yeah,
last place for a bit.
yeah, dude, they couldn't win a game. I
Literally,
mean,
they have a team quality wise to challenge for top 7,
absolutely.
and my God,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the worst
that
coach.
was that was a disaster. Yeah, I mean, Tudor was bad, but he wasn't nearly that bad. I mean, he hey, I'll tell you what, Tudor picked up a team in Juventus last year and at least got us into the Champions League. So
Yes, yes,
even
but
though
that was
Spalletti came
last year.
out,
We're talking about this year,
yeah,
but yes, last year he definitely
yeah,
rescued Juve,
right.
whereas Spalletti could not. Spalletti had
Nope.
more of like a flash in the pan, but when it actually mattered, Juve crumbled.
Spalletti had more time and couldn't do it. He
That's right.
tinkered and screwed the team up at the end, just like he always does. And that guy's a freaking goofball, and fans love him though. He's uh, he's exciting because
he's
he has no
he's
rules.
he's the new Juve standard. Okay,
Yes.
he's like a hey, I'm gonna challenge for top, not get it. I'm gonna challenge for top 4. That's the new standard for Juve and the new standard for Milan. Enjoy,
It's
guys.
this it's
Yeah.
this real complicated tactic. We should do a video on this one day because people love this stuff. It's like when you watch like NFL play breakdowns, like they keep breaking down the wheel route every week. It's like, guys, we've seen this a million times. The double post, like it's the same thing for 20 years. It's like he has got this amazing strategy where just everyone just blasts towards the net. Like cool. If you look at the clumps and the lack of it was just as bad as Tudor. It really was as the season went on. Just completely no instruction, no tactic, no organization. That's his style. And I'm glad that he got one at Napoli. He seems like a nice guy. And the stars aligned that year, but year in year out, his entire career he hasn't changed. And he lived exactly up to expectations this year, even though he massively exceeded him when he first came in.
All right, let's
So
do a couple of the younger players to watch out for. A couple players that
wait,
you're excited to see how they progressed. You could do
can we
two,
do
three,
six Selly of the year, dude?
6 LA of the year. I don't even know any because everybody just does the heart. Okay, everybody just does the
No,
heart.
no, it was when Bastoni got the second yellow card against Juve.
Oh no,
That was
that was play
six
of the season.
Selly.
That's play of the
That
season.
was that's
Yeah,
play of the season.
play of the
Oh man,
season
did I
is
ruin it?
Bastoni Kalulu.
Yeah, that was the greatest play ever made.
This is amazing. It's amazing play. It's amazing play.
Character, class, creativity,
Yeah, you got it all right there.
peak Italian football,
Yeah.
calcio at its finest.
And you know what
I
though?
love
It's totally shameful and embarrassing. But you bet that if that was the other way, Kalulu would have done the same damn thing. He may
Oh,
not have
no doubt
screams.
about it.
He may not have screamed celebrated in Bastone's face, but he would have baited
Yeah, he
it
probably
just
would
as
have.
hard and fallen over just as much and barrel rolled just as many times.
This game is in a dark, dark place. It really is. It's nearly impossible to watch. It is so difficult to sit there through an entire match and watch it. I will only watch them now an hour after they start, so I can fast forward through the crying. I just skip if you click the button twice, it skips 10 seconds, and you usually have to click it 3 times before the play starts again. So it's like a 30-second delay every time. Every time I see an adult man hit the floor and he makes scream face, which is probably every like 3 minutes, I just fast forward 30 seconds and boom, the play's going again. Way better. Highly recommend. That's what I
That's it,
do.
huh?
That's how I watch the games. Yeah, I'm not watching anything live. You kidding me? I mean, I have children in my house. I don't want them seeing that behavior. That's embarrassing. Can't
It is.
normalize that.
It is in quite
It's
a
for the
rough
children.
space here. All right, so let's give like 3 players that you want to see how they progress next season. If you want, I'll start
You,
with mine.
yeah,
So
you do
one
yours
is going to
first.
be Palestra. I think Palestra is on a very good climb. I feel like he's at the right moment to take the leap to a good team. I feel like even though I would love it for our teams to start actually buying like a slew of Italian players, I would love it if he went to Inter because he's going to succeed there. They're going to have
Yep.
the proper system in place. It's just gonna be like Pio Esposito. He's gonna grow there because there's an actual system in place. There's
Yep.
Italians
Core.
there. There's a culture there. They know who they are. It's weird saying it, but I don't care anymore about it because I just want them, Italy to succeed. Marco Palestra should go to Inter. So that's one. The second player I was gonna say was gonna be actually Esposito, who's on Inter, so he's gonna stay there, I'm sure. But that's the next player I want to see how they pan out. He had a really good first season here. Hopefully he builds. And my third player is gonna be what you call it? I'm gonna go all Italian here because I was gonna pick
Of
Nico
course.
Paz because he's the most
Cares.
exciting one. I was gonna go with Scalvini. I want to see him stay healthy for an entire
Ah, that was gonna be one
season
of mine. Yeah.
because he started to play well later on in the season. He's getting some minutes now. He just gotta stay healthy for one full season. So those are my 3 to watch.
Um. Yeah, I liked. I don't think Palestra will have a problem, and I think you said it right because he's going to Inter. It's going to be
Hope he
okay.
does.
Yeah. No, my first one was Scalvini too, because he's a really good player, and I want to see how he comes out of his injury. Um, I want to see what happens with Bartasaghi at Milan because he got some playing time under Allegri. Is he going to continue to get playing time, or is the next guy going to can him?
His last 5-6 games weren't great, and I could see a weak manager be like, he was just a flash in the pan. Like, you gotta give these guys time. Like, he's young. He's gonna have chunks where he doesn't perform, but he performed for like 70% of the season. So, like, in my opinion, you play that kid, and in a year or
Yeah.
two, you're gonna have probably a national team quality left back or left wing back or even left center back. Like, you need to play him. He's been
Well, I
excellent. And
want
he's
to.
really good for the I think he plays for U21s or U23s. He's really good for the U23s. So,
Well, I want to see two guys from Roma for that same reason. I like Pisili, and I liked what Gilardi did this year.
yep,
So I want to see if Gasparini continues to develop those players and they become good because I really like Pisili.
yeah,
And I loved what Gilardi was doing. I actually think he's not gumpy. There's this big fetish right now with defenders. You just get some big, huge goon that can't move, and that's a defender now. It's like Gilardi can actually move. He can play a bit. He's somewhat athletic. I like
yeah.
that. Um, that's what I want to see.
There's the issue where Vasily may get sold. I know that he is being linked with a couple big teams from the Prem. Both Newcastle and Tottenham are looking at him. They're gonna somewhere
Ah,
between 35 and 50 million.
don't do it.
Yeah,
He's the Fresh Prince of Rome, born and
yeah.
raised
But yeah,
in the
I
Palace
could
Games where he spent
totally
most of
see
his career.
them selling him unless Gasperini said no.
I hope Gasparini says no. Just say no. It's like drugs,
Mhm.
kids. Just say no.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Nah.
But yeah, it's. I mean, part of me's like, hey, go because you're probably gonna improve. You're gonna make something of yourself, and you're actually be
But he's with
a valuable
Gasparini. He
member.
might he might play.
Yeah, but he's got gas. Yeah, I mean, if he was on one of our teams, let's say you just got to leave. You know.
Oh yeah, no, I want Juve to sell all the Italian players. So they're never going to touch a field, and if they do have one bad game, they're going to get pasted. Meanwhile, Lloyd Kelly can botch, play after play, and they're like, oh, he's not doing so bad. He's actually really good. Look at he said 3 forward passes. Wow. It's like, dude, he just cost you 2 goals. Oh no, that was Di Gregorio's fault. It's like, well, yeah, but it also was because that guy just blew through his zone, unopposed. I don't know.
No, that's what you're gonna get. All right.
I Yeah. Is that it? We're gonna talk about Bremer
I think that's it. No, why are we talking about Bremer?
because he's gonna get sold, and I hope so. I want him to sell.
We'll do it when we talk about Juve. We'll do like a keep or sell type of thing, and say, all right, this is what you think they're gonna do. This is what we will do. We'll have a Juve breakdown, a Milan breakdown. Those are some
Not
of
do
my
Milan. I
favorite
don't care
things to
about
do.
Juve anymore. They're dead to me.
Yeah, you just sell them all. I mean,
Sell them all. I would sell everybody on the
true.
team except for Yildiz, and even so, if we got a right offer, I'd take it.
Yeah,
'Cause that
if you
kid's just
had
gonna
to,
rot.
yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna rot on Juventus.
Oh, of course he's gonna freaking rot there. He's got the talents to be a world player, But
I like his game, and yeah, if he went to a top team, I think his game would just. I don't think he's the amazing player that everyone thinks he is. I don't, but I think he could if he gets in the right environment, he could be. He could absolutely elevate his
of course,
game. He's tenacious. I like the way he plays, but
yeah.
he's just gonna rot here because you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go in the spin cycle, and it's gonna be the same thing. We're gonna get a bunch of average foreigners that come in here. We're gonna pay top dollar for them. We're gonna achieve the pinnacle of our ambition, which is third or fourth place. Oh my God, we might even get second one time. The next 5 years, we might even buy a Scudetto out of all of them, and then we'll go right back into oblivion, similar to what happened with Milan.
That's what happened to him. And then the fans were like, look, we won this with him. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to be that team.
No.
We want to build look at what Marotto's done with Inter. They have a blueprint. He's done it with Juve and he's done it with Inter. There's a blueprint. Just follow it.
Who's your Primo Calcio team of the season?
My Primo Calcio team of the season. Oh, I just hated this season. What do you mean? Do I have to say Inter Milan or Como? Do I have to say one of those two teams?
No, you can be whatever your team is. I'll give you mine.
My team of the Sassuolo, baby. It's
my team of the season is Cagliari.
Hey, they survived.
That was who we wanted the whole time. They survived. They've got Borelli, Esposito, Deola, Zappa, whatchamacallit, Caprile, Gaetano.
Well, they also had
Palestra, Felici was good,
Dosena.
They've got who's there? Balotti's there.
They got Mazzatelli, dude.
And they beat Milan on the last freaking day.
Good for them. You know what? Yeah, I changed mine.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, I changed mine to Cagliari.
That's right.
Good for them.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
So they're my team of the season. Serie A team of the season, and I love it. And they're managed by Pisacane, who looks okay. He looks okay. We'll see what he becomes. But okay, that's it for me. Any other final thoughts? Are you good?
No, I don't have thoughts.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. Leave some comments. Do those YouTube things that we're supposed to be asking for. And as always, Forza Calcio. Ciao.